want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists, that He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means He is the deliverer. Okay, now this is pretty much going to be, just all, nothing planned, nothing scripted. Whatever the Spirit has me bring out, I'll just bring that out. This is from naturalnews.com. It says, U.S. troops to be deployed to blank as country braces for a potential attack by Persia. Excuse me. It says the U.S. has announced that it will be deploying troops to blank as it continues to attack its neighbors in a highly unpopular war that has blanked tens of thousands of Palestinians and destroyed Gaza's civilian infrastructure. Okay, which they're up there, they're running out of supplies and what. This is from Reuters.com. It says North Gaza hospitals say food, medicines running out as blank presses offensive. So they're on the offensive, man. They're not on the defensive. Okay, and what this is about, I did a video on this a couple of days ago. Let's see. So check this out. This is a map. Pretty much this is a map of Genesis 15 and 18, which, what they believe, right? Which I'm going to get it, okay? But it's a map of the greater Holy Land. I'm going to just say it like that, okay? And the reason why they're pressing the offensive, because they want to claim all of this land and they want to push all those people out. This is why they're invading Lebanon. This is why they're pressing the offensive up there in North Gaza. Okay, so let's get out that precept, which is this is the covenant. This is the covenant, all right, that the Most High made with Abram, all right, concerning an geographical inheritance, if you will. Okay, Book of Genesis 15. I'm gonna go down to 18. Matter of fact, Bible Hub. Genesis 15, verse 18. On that day, all right, it says the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, made a covenant with, and this is NIV, with Abram and said, to your descendants I give this land, from the Wadi of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates. Okay? NLT. So the Lord made a covenant with Abram that day and said, I have given this land to your descendants, all the way from the border of Egypt to the great Euphrates river. And this is the map, all right, that the Israeli military, this is the patch that they have on their, that they have on their uniforms, their army fatigues. Okay, this is pretty much a map of greater Israel, all right, but that's going back into what? Genesis 15 and 18, okay? So that's what it goes out to, man, that these people are on the offensive because they're trying to accomplish a goal, okay? Back in this article from Natural News, according to an announcement by the Pentagon, the U.S. is sending an advanced missile system and troops. I seen an article that said 100 troops, could be a lot more, to operate it, meaning they're sending troops to operate this advanced missile system to back up their ally. Because if you don't know by now, the U.S. and the Holy Land are allies. Okay, to help bolster blank's air defenses following Persia's unprecedented attacks against the Holy Land on April 13 and again on October 1st. This marks the first time that Babylonian troops have been officially deployed to the Holy Land since the beginning of the war on Gaza, and that's prophecy, which a lot more troops is going to be deployed over there too. All right, and it comes after Biden, sleepy creepy, specifically said that the U.S. would not send any more troops there when asked by a reporter on September 30th. See, these people never do what they say they're going to do. Okay? A statement from Pentagon spokesperson Patrick Ryder noted, this action underscores the U.S. ironclad commitment to the defense of the Holy Land and to fend Babylonians over there from any further ballistic missile attacks by Persia. It is part of the border adjustments the U.S. military has made in recent months to support the defense of the Holy Land and protect Babylonians from attacks by Persia and by Persian-aligned militias. Okay, a U.S. defense official said that roughly 100 Babylonian troops will be deployed to the Levant region to operate the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Battery. It provides anti-ballistic missile defense, and they likely intend to use it to help, them bolster its defenses against any Persian attacks that may come in response to Israeli strikes. You see that? So these people are on the offensive to, establish the Genesis 15 and 18. So those people are just protecting themselves, man. Okay? And that also proves that Babylon's the hammer of the earth, man. This type of deployment is highly unusual inside the Levant, especially because their own military capabilities are considered very strong, but experts note that the number of troops being sent is appropriate for operating the system. Okay? More fighting between blank and blank is expected. More fighting between Persia, okay, and the Jerusalem is expected. It says the timing is questionable as tensions continue to rise between Persia and the Holy Land, leading some to wonder whether our troops could be killed by Persia, and if the U.S. could use such an incident to justify a further escalation. The region is already preparing for a potential Israeli attack on Persia that could broaden the conflict, which this conflict is just going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay? This is Joel 2 and verse 20, and this is from the Good News translation. I will remove the locust army that came from the north and will drive some of them into the desert, meaning over there. All right, the desert of the Levant region, Central Asia, the Middle East. Okay? Their front ranks will be driven into the Dead Sea, their rear ranks into the Mediterranean. Their dead bodies will stink. I will destroy them because all they have done to you. All right, so these troops that are being sent over there, Scripture says their dead bodies shall stink, meaning what? They're going to get put to death over there. Something's going to happen. They're not going to make it back. Okay? And this is all culminating into what? The third woe, World War III. And the reason why Yahweh Shem Yoshai is going to stir up the nations for World War III because of what they have done unto his people. Okay? This is Joel 3. The nations will be judged. All right? For behold, in those days and in that time, which, those so-called Palestinians, which they're not the true Palestinians. The correct way of saying that is Philistines. Okay, when you read the book of Samuel, Judges, Saul, uh, King David, Samson, all right? All of these men went up against the Philistines, but the true Philistines are Hermetic, come from Canaan, all right? The modern day Palestinians, those people are Elam, some of them are Asher, some of them are Ishmael, right? Arab. They all mixed up over there, okay? And some of them are Israel too, because our people are scattered all over, right? It says, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, that's going into the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, okay? Bring again, meaning the Most High is going to deliver us from this captivity. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. Plead, meaning the Lord's going to cause something to happen to where these armies go over there. But when they get there, they're going to be judged. Why? For my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So those nations are going to be judged, man. All right? That land over there, all right, the whole is going to get hit with nukes. All right? And they have cast lots for my people, and have given the boy from harlot, and sold the girl for wine that they might drink. And this is what they did unto our people, man. Watch Goodbye Uncle Tom. You can watch Roots. You can watch Drum. You can watch Django Unchained. You can watch any slave music movie, and almost all of them depict that. Okay, so I'll stop there, and I'm going to go back to this. Actually, you know what? Before I go back to that, let's go to this precept here. This is from Jeremiah 50 and verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So who's the least of the flock? These guys right here. Okay? The U.S. troops to be deployed to blink as country races for a potential attack by Persia, right? So the least of the flock is the small hats, man. Okay? And who's being drawn out? The U.S., the whore of Babylon, all right? They're sending, right now, starting with about 100 troops and a missile defense system, but it's going to increase until they're fully drawn out, okay? Then once they get involved, according to prophecy of Ezekiel 38, well, Russia's the guard unto those nations, so sooner or later, Russia's going to step up and get involved too. This prophecy is going to happen, all right? Call Oyim La, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we're witnessing these prophecies take place, right? It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. We're witnessing who out? The U.S. into this final conflict, man. All right, or the war to end all wars. Okay, because in the midst of this war, Yahushua is going to return. Okay, now before the third war commences, there must be the implementation of what? The rice device from the charagma of Revelation 13:16 on down. Okay, this is Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And we see how it's coming very quickly, man. All right. Check this. This is from Shit Hit the Fan Plan. U.S. rulers expect to strike Persia before Election Day, or Selection Day. All right. It says, while much of the U.S. is enthralled with choosing its next master, the current rulers expect the Holy Land to strike Persia before they get a chance to vote. Yeah, I could see this happening, you know, because, hey, something's got to happen, you know. They're saying what? Kamala cackling, is up, 40 points. There was a third attempt on DJ Trump's life. It's a mess. All right, we're halfway through October already, just like that. You know, the next 2 weeks it'll be Halloween, that demonic ass holiday. Then it's gonna kick a slew of demonic holidays: Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. You know, says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears to be highly sensitive to any potential political ramifications of the Holy Land's actions in the U.S., ruling class officials said. Mr. Benjamin has been described by senior U.S. administration officials as a political animal, deeply attuned to Babylonian politics. That's likely because he needs to support financially and military of the U.S. to continue his war efforts in the Middle East. According to a report by mainstream media outlet CNN, the growing conflict in the Middle East has emerged as a persistent issue in the Babylonian election. All right, Mr. Joe, and by extension, all right, the VP, have faced pressure from progressives for their handling of the situation. Meanwhile, Republicans, including former President Mr. Trump, have accused the administration of bungling the crisis, sending the world into chaos. So, you know, this whole thing is a shit show, man. All right, and it's coming to a head. It's getting ready to go down. All right. This is Joel 3. I'm going to jump down to verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. So we're out there proclaiming war amongst even you Gentiles, because we're letting you know what's going to happen to you. All right, Most High is going to gather you. It's going to cause you to draw out. And once the whore gets drawn out, that's when Gog and Magog is going to step in to do what? Be a guard unto Persia. All right. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Meaning what? We're not in a time of peace. We're in a time where these nations are taking their money, their finances, alliances are being formed, and they're putting that into nuclear weaponry. All right, missiles, missile defense systems, etc. Right? Because it's time for war, and this war ain't gonna just be, no. This war is going to be nuclear, right? This is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Meaning what? This war is going to be a nuclear war. All right? This war is going to be a nuclear. It's going to go nuclear. That's why it says in Jeremiah 50, the last part of the scripture, 45, it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay? The nations over there, they're going to shoot nukes into the Holy Land. All right? These nations, they're going to shoot nukes into Babylon the Great. Right? This is from Al Jazeera. UNSC told blank, go and Gaza annexation force replacement. 10 minutes ago, Israeli forces raid Jalazon refugee camp, occupy West Bank. Okay. 25 minutes ago, U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders says governments must end support for cruel and illegal war. Right? That's all we're hearing about. Wait, let's see. Photos aftermath of Israeli strike in Nabatea, southern Lebanon. Right? These type of explosions, war, damage, devastation, death. This type of stuff that you only see on the news or read about in articles. This is coming to the streets of Babylon the Great. Right, I'm going to give one more scripture and I'll close it. This is from the book of Mark 13. And verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation. We're seeing that. And kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. And there shall be famine, scarcity of food, but also droughts too. Wildfires. All right. This all counts as a visitation of Yahweh Hashem El Shai. And troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. Right. So with that, I'm going to close it. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem El Shai. Shalom to the hopeful life.